Shalom, giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor and teach the truth with all truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, your hopeful elect that puts your truth with all truth and in sincerity, making your body a living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 and verse 1. Shalom to sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abad Babal. This is your brother Zakar Aban coming back with another video. All right, pretty much going into Revelation 11 and verse 7. So, just meditating on Revelation 11 and 7. I was just at camp, and pretty much just want to make it a little bit more clearer and give a little bit more perspective. It's just something that was in my spirit. So through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, I just decided to bring it out. So Revelation 11 and verse 7, and it reads, "And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them." Now, we're gonna break it down line upon line, but ultimately, to sum it all up, is going to what? Jacob trouble. Okay, this is going to the heavy time of the Israelites, the ones on the highways and the hedges, catching hell, all right, being persecuted. Okay, and we also and we understand that there's going to be mass race riots and all of that, Israel going to be catching it, but we understand that they can come down heavy on the men of the Lord. All right, so Revelation 11 verse 7, "And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that is sent out of the bottomless pit," all right, speaking about who? Esau Edom. Okay, Esau Edom come out of the bottomless pit, because we understand that came out of the region of Europe. Okay, no natural resources. You go to the book of Revelation chapter 20. The beast that is sent out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them. Okay, this is Esau Edom coming down with his full wrath. Okay, in the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 12, "Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." All right, have but a short time. This is really going to what? Those draconian laws, right? And ultimately, we see how these days are getting more and more tight, if you will. All right, it's becoming more and more, pain. You know what I'm saying? So it's these days are becoming more and more, because why? You have a cruel ruler, all right, which his name is Donald Trump. Okay, "The beast that is sent out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them." All right, and that's only certain brothers are going to be beheaded for the truth, right? Some brothers are going to be put to death for this truth ultimately. Okay, but then you're gonna have some brothers that may not have the taste of death and just be taken from these bodies up into the chariots, but it's gonna be some brothers lot the same way it was some of the apostles lot to get crucified, and John the Baptist, he was beheaded, right? So let's go to the book of Revelation 20 and verse 3, and it reads, "And cast him into the bottomless pit." All right, this is pretty much in Europe, and Caucasus Mountains, "and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season." All right, in that time he was loosed, a little season goes into what? Ultimately him going into the Renaissance era. Okay, but the point is right here in verse 4, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai." So real quick, let's go back to Revelation 11, where it says, "And shall overcome them and kill them." Right? "And shall overcome them and kill them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Adonai Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, all right, and not worship the beast, neither his image, all right. The beast goes into what? EU and NATO. His image pretty much goes into the whole American society, American culture, all right. Neither receive his mark upon their foreheads, which you understand that is the charagma, or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Amashiach 1,000 years. This is going into ultimately, the first 1,000 years, okay? Because after 1,000 years, Esau, Edom will be exterminated in the kingdom of heaven. We have to serve out that 1,000 years of hardcore oppression. So within the 1,000 years, the earth will be pretty much being fixed up, if you will, okay? So, but the point was, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, for the word of Adawan Yahweh. All right, so they stood firm, okay, beheaded. So this goes to what, that terrible day, man. Like the scripture said, never had there been a day like it. Going to what? Jacob's trouble. So let's read this one more time. The beast that is sent out of the bottomless pit. Now, in general, speaking about Esau, Edom, shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. Now, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 30, and that'll be pretty much it. Like I said, it was just something that I was meditating on. Just want to make it as clear as possible. So this is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7, straight to the point. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, this coming to us some terrible times. Okay, draconian laws, martial law, so on, man. This is Esau, Edom, as I just grabbed in Revelation 12, verse 12, showing all his hatred, all right, for Israel, okay, and especially for, the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, okay, but, Israel as a whole. So we're going to see, this devil horns show all the way, okay, and the brothers in the few sincere sisters that are in this faith, we understand what time it is, okay? But like Trisha says, this will be like a thief in the night for some of you sleepwalking jakes, all right? So that's pretty much the point there. I just want to bring a few points out. I'm in it there, give all praises and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor and teach the truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to Akim, you hope for elect that puts the truth with all truth and sincerity, making your body living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 and verse 1. Shalom to sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, a Bible ball. DTA, death to America. Shalom, shalom.